70 hours of canoeing and only 2 accidental tips. That is this summer's record for while I was lifeguarding at my summer camp that I work at. I have been canoeing since the age of 10 and now teach the younger campers how to canoe. Anyone who knows the correct equipment, paddling strokes, and procedures can have a successful canoeing trip. There are 3 equipments needed when canoeing: the canoe, paddles, and a PFD. PFD stands for Personal Flotation Device, also known as a life jacket. The North Dakota Game and Fish says that there must be 1 PFD for every passenger in a boat. A canoe is a boat without an engine that is usually around 16 feet long. The paddle for a canoe has a blade on one end and a handle on the other. This is what is different from a kayak paddle, which has a blade on 2 ends. Now that we know the equipment, let's go over how to use it. Paddling Magazine shares that there is 3 basic strokes. The I stroke, also known as the forward stroke, is done by drawing an I in the water. This stroke is used to propel the boat forward or backwards if you do it in reverse. The second stroke, the C stroke, is used by the person in the back who is steering the canoe. It is done by drawing a C in the water and turns the boat in the opposite direction of where you paddle. For example, if you did a C stroke on the left side, your canoe will turn to the right. This can be remembered by the saying, "See, come to me." The second stroke for steering is the J stroke. It is done again by drawing the letter J in the water and has the saying, "J, go away," because when paddling on the left side, you would turn to the left. Make sure to not lean too far over the side when paddling, because this is an easy way to accidentally tip over. My final topic is the launching and shoring of the canoe, which also happens to be the time most likely to tip. When launching a canoe, Beginner's Guide to Canoeing, Colin Field wrote that you must keep the canoe perpendicular to the shore with the front end on the land. One person bends down and uses their knees to stabilize the canoe, while the second person enters. There can only be 1 person moving in a canoe at a time. The person moving in the canoe must stay low and stay into the center of the canoe in order to not shake it. It is important to step over the seats and bars and not on them. Once the first person is done, the person who will be in front gets in the canoe while pushing off of land so that they can launch. When shoring the canoe, you must go straight towards the land while maintaining momentum. The first person in front will exit the canoe and stabilize it, while the person who steers stays low and in the center as they exit. To wrap things up, if you know what to use and how to use it, you can have a successful trip on the canoe. You know that the equipment you need is a canoe, paddle, and life jacket. You know the strokes, I, C, and J. And you know that there can only be one person moving in a time at the canoe to stay low and slow when entering or exiting a canoe. I know now that if I ever have the pleasure of lifeguarding for you, you will be another one of my successes.